Not gonna lie, this episode of The Acolyte is better than the last three. It's not that hard to do since two episodes were boring and one was just downright horrible, but this one is better. So, episode 4 of The Acolyte is using the last three episodes as step stools to do better, as it has better dialogue and things are actually fucking happening. Sol talking his way into bringing Osha to help find May, Osha talking to Yord. I'm pretty sure I said Lord in the last, video. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't really matter. And telling him that he needs to be the one to take her sister down since she thinks that she might not be able to do it. Valid stuff, right? And even a couple lines of wisdom from Jackie. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing her name right. The Jackie the Padawan to Osha about the past, and that was really nice to see. Kind of clap for that since, this stuff actually fucking works. Oh my god. However, on the other hand, May and Khmer, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, it's not that interesting. Like before in episode 1 and 2, their discussions about the master and, their mission was kind of interesting because you want to know what's going on, but now it's kind of just there. Like they just talk about her master, and at this point I think he is the master, honestly, but who the fuck knows. And the two talk about their master, and May, who has been following his orders now, want to defy him, for Osha, the one she tried to kill as a kid. I don't know what kind of like redemption arc they're trying to make, but this shit is not working because from her past behavior, she was set up to be some sort of like psychopath, right? Like, are they trying to like sort of make her sort of love for Osha an extremely obsessive way to muddy things up in the future? I don't know, but what they set up in episode 3 doesn't translate well in episode 4. I know. She grew up. It's been, what, I think 16 years. She grew up, she thought about her actions and stuff, but if you're going to set things up in the past and portray her as some kid psychopath, then, these things have to lead somewhere. She can't just be basically a different person. Like her as a kid was just her before the Sith, and, somebody who was just being her as the daughter of these witches, right? So I don't know if they're trying to set up some sort of redemption arc, trying to play some sort of like this different person when you're with me sort of angle. I don't know, and it just sort of makes me feel like episode 3 was even more pointless. Most of the episode is pretty much just trying to find the Wookiee Jedi. Both sides are trying to find him. May finds him finally after, consolidating herself to, betraying her master, telling, I forget whatever his name was, about it, and just leaving to go find this Wookiee Jedi. And she finds him dead. Like, these sisters must have a talent for finding dead Jedi all by themselves, right? And, she realizes her master is there. Fun stuff, right? Her master, a presumed Sith, or maybe the real Acolyte this entire time. Oh my god, right? And he shows himself in front of the other Jedi, blows them away. Episode over. Oh my god, excitement, blah, blah, blah. Fun stuff, right? Yeah, fun stuff. I get why they're trying to show this sort of high-level cliffhanger sort of thing. It's left me answers, as a cliffhanger is supposed to do, right? But one big thing, right? How how the fuck is anyone gonna leave alive with this supposed Sith, or going about and doing things, right? Because I would presume he doesn't want anybody to know of his identity, right? So he just shows up, and I guess presumably because the main characters are Osha and May and Sol, whoever the fuck, survive most likely, maybe a death or two between the main cast. So he just showed up for no reason and just decided to murder the Jedi and potentially murder all the other Jedi that showed up to find the one Wookiee Jedi. Makes me think the other guy is the master more, but who the fuck knows? They might pull some other shit out their ass. For the love of God, don't tell me that the council is just gonna throw this whole issue, this whole ordeal under the bus so much that they never talk about it, just ever. And it's never even known to the future members of the council who believe the Sith were gone forever. right? As the quote would say, albeit differently, right? That no one's seen them in like 1,000 years or some shit, right? So I'm just full of questions. Like, is this Sith, or are they just gonna play a gotcha moment and say this wasn't Sith, this was, this other organization that was really mad at the Jedi and want revenge because their cults or organization got destroyed by the Jedi too, just like the witches from Osha and May's like sort of origin or whatever, and that's why she took in May and well whatever the fuck, right? I don't fucking care, right? And I'm just sitting here like, how are they going to explain this Sith? Because the lightsaber is red. I made sure to go look back at the episode. It's red for sure. In Disney canon, you have to bleed a kyber crystal, putting rage, fear, hate, all the good Sith stuff in the crystal to make it bleed, marking it as yours and solidifying that you're Sith. So another big question, like, did this person just find a random red lightsaber or kyber crystal? Like, how are they going to explain this? Because yeah, like there has to be some fuckery going on to really show that, hey, this wasn't like passed on to the future Jedi that we all know and love, right? And yeah, something's going on, but I guess we'll find out in the next episode, I suppose. So this episode, I will say, was better. It uses the past episodes as crutches to get over an average score to a slightly above average score. And I think this episode alone is between a 6 or a 7. Like, if you're really just like not enjoying the series and you're critiquing everything, you might just label it a 5 or a 6. Just adding the other episodes together, like sort of what I did. But I'm just sort of like putting this episode by itself, and by itself, it's not that bad. It's not that bad compared to the other ones, right? But there's still that little issue with episode 3 with the sort of inconsistencies of like the setup for May into this future. I don't know, like she changed up her whole like loyalties and everything pretty quick, which is understandable because that's her twin sister. However, this guy has been molding her mind for 16 years. I doubt, like, she'll come out of this unscathed, or maybe he has some sort of like mental sort of like Sith ability. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Like, this shit is so fucking weird and all over the place. The episode is fine, since it uses the other episodes as step stools. And, yeah, that's it. It's like between a 6 or a 7. Like, at most, a 7. Begrudgingly. Like, I'm just like really holding up there with arms shaking, right? So yeah, the episode is fine. Let me hear your thoughts on the episode. Did you like it? Hate it? Let me know your thoughts and feelings about the episode in the comments below. Stay healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically, and see you guys in the next video. It might be another Acolyte video. I have some other videos that I'm just developing right now, so see you guys then when those release. Peace.